I think we finally figured it out.
Thomas broke it.
We finally figured it out.
Thomas broke it live. Broke it before he even started.
That's only partially true, right?
Check it out.
The software is being buggy, but we're here.
Ooh, this is pretty cute. This is a 6-month-old Reach Dreams Kalatoa. Look at this guy.
Oh, I gotta change the autofocus because it's set for your
I
eyes.
don't see it. Well, it's working. I need light. Can you zoom in? There you go. Look at that guy. That guy is so beautiful. They always start out as like little brown babies, but now that he's about 6 months old, just starting to get some interesting color. This is the male. This is our holdback from the clutch. He looked the most like Dad. Dad is probably the nicest Kalatoa we've ever seen. That's what everybody says when they see it. Andrew was just here, Acevedo, going, "Oh my God, that's like the best super dwarf ever." But
back this up.
yeah, this guy's starting to look pretty hot.
Yeah,
Starting to look pretty hot. I just thought I would share because I was checking feeders, like checking if they ate. He was looking hot. How's it going, guys?
Yep, Jeffrey, you know what? You called it. You called that. I hope you're so happy with yourself. Oh, this focus is scuffed. Jeff wants to show stakes right now.
Be nice. Be nice.
Jeffrey is correct.
Thomas is having a hard day. He broke the screen
my
before it even
day's going
started.
great. My day's going great, actually.
Broke it before it even started, you know?
No, what happened was the software was like, let's just make new streams out of nowhere. But
The people don't care.
I care.
What do you
I'm
care
half this
about?
show right now, man. How is everybody's week going?
Getting
Hopefully it's better than
angsty.
ours.
My week's going
you
great.
worked all week with Garrett.
I was able to drive my car all the way across the road today. That's more car driving than I've been able to do in a while.
Yup.
That was pretty cool.
Loaded up the radiator with water.
Nathan C says, "Oh, Thomas."
Nathan C.
Nathan C. Nathan C.
We're using the
Last chance on those snakes you saw that you wanted. You know the pair I'm talking about. I'm getting some pretty serious inquiries, so last call. What's up, everybody?
All right,
How
the
you
light
guys
we're
doing?
using is the Amaran 100D.
Russell, the new place is awesome. You got to come check it out.
Oh, it's up.
Come check it out. It's good.
So is this live now? Yes. Yes, it is, Family Jewels.
Heard Garrett let go of some holdbacks. Where do the Crispies stand? Christina Hill. She wants a Krispy Kreme so bad. All right, so Christina, for you, here is the update on the baby Krispy Kremes. We had the babies, like Krispy Kremes and marble Krispy Kremes. The only like normal visual Krispy Kremes that we have that we would let go of are males. There are marble Krispy Kremes of both sexes. They would not be cheap. We will sell them at some point. So I know you're on the list, but if anyone's on the list, I mean, you're first on the list. You're first to get one whenever that time happens to be. So I was talking with Aaron Metcalf about it. He's got a lot of the Krispy Kreme probable founding stock at his place, and he's trying to sort out what he may or may not have.
Oh, really?
So we have
Because he's produced them in the past on accident.
right. Well, yeah,
Before,
he was the
before
one
people
that
knew it was.
he's
like,
the one that made them and sent them to me, and I was
Yeah.
like, bro, I think you sent me a new morph. I sent them all back. But we have that one female, like my top 10 favorite superdwarfs of all time. Remember that video? I have the one
yeah.
female that's like actually a pretty high expression Krispy Kreme, and I was like, I just love her crazy pattern before we knew what Krispy Kremes were. She's breedable. We bred her. If you guys are on the breeder tier, you got the behind the scenes stuff. You got to watch her develop follicles. I palpated her. You can see all the follicles and everything. She's reabsorbed all those follicles. She's not going to breed. But Erin has one of her sisters that might be like
Super chat.
a lower expression one, and he just got eggs off of her, bred to the original father of the Krispy Kreme stuff. So anyway, Christina, what we're trying to do is figure out what is the super form of the Krispy Kreme. Is this just something like Sunfire that makes it slightly more crazy, or is it something insane? It's kind of hard to price out a morph before you know everything about it. I mean, we've made a bunch of clutches. So Zach Archer, 439. We gotta find out 439 which one that is. I'll go hunt through the racks.
Should I just look it up?
I can look it up in the racks. Zach wants to see 439. He's gonna see 439. What's our
439. Question, like off of the thing.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up. All right. Well, I guess before we jump in, we should mention that if you don't know about our calendar submission, we're doing a SUPERDWARF calendar with you guys suggesting the photos. You guys sending in the photos to our email of, I'll paste it in the chat, but it's reticcalendarsubmissions@gmail.com.
I think 439 is sold. What morph was it? Ask Zach.
What morph was it, Zach?
Yeah, it must have been a
He
female
says
for
439 is sold. But anyway, so yeah, we have a calendar that we're working on. We're taking submissions from you guys. Send your pictures if you want. They have to be pure SUPERDWARF, right? Or partially SUPERDWARF, or at least 50%.
Yeah, they got to be 50% or higher. Dwarf or SUPERDWARF. Did you tell them
Hot and female.
we got over 50 submissions? Yeah, they were really nice.
Yeah, we're at 50 submissions. Submissions close end of November, so you have just under 2 weeks to get those in, or right at 2 weeks, and then we'll be closed.
Oh, she's not sold, Zach. She's not sold. She's like on hold. She's not a good eater. That's an animal that she was like the last baby of, like stubborn eater out of the clutch or whatever. So she's here. We have her, but she's not eating well. In fact, just for the first time the other day, she ate her first like live prey item. So we're like, woohoo, because we've been force feeding her just to keep her alive. So if she keeps eating and trending up for a few months, she'll be good. Yeah.
All right, Reptile Jim says, what's the largest snake you guys keep there now?
Let's see. I don't know. Who's the biggest one?
One of the ones in the back. I don't know.
The Henry Sun Tiger. She's a pretty big girl. We've got... we want to bring Rob's girl, Karma, out here. She's 19 some odd feet long. Mm-hmm. But I think the biggest one I have is actually one of the old school high percentage SUPERDWARFs where I was learning like, hey, you use big females, you get big babies.
Are you gonna grab her?
Yeah, why not?
Run it.
Get a big one.
All right. Evan Hoops was asking, what Phantom crosses are you doing this season? I guess he's gonna take a bit to get that snake out. We'll get that question answered. What is up, Eric Veach? He says all the Phantom crosses. All right. We do not have any more of those ST retic raffles for the time being. I am not super involved in those, so I can't give you a straight answer on that.
I think this is probably my biggest retic at the moment. She's Henry Sun Tiger. So she's actually probably about 13 foot.
She's looking good.
Well, she's like full of eggs too, so she's like all thick right here right now, like early egg development. She just refused her first meal for the season. So pretty girl, good size. You would hope she's 75% Kalatoa. Boy, you would hope by the time you get to 75, you're bigger than this. But it's amazing. We still have people that deny the whole female thing, like,
Females influence size?
Yeah. So this girl came from a 50% Kalatoa, whose mom was a mainland. So the 50%er was pretty big. Side. So she's 2 generations to pure SUPERDWARF, but on the male side each time.
Which that's pretty impressive that she's that small for being a...
It does shrink them down. I mean, when you start adding percentages, but holy smokes, 75% SUPERDWARF, only 25% mainland. And this is a pretty big girl at about 13. She might even be 14 feet. So on the other hand, you got, let me pull another 75% SUPERDWARF out. I'll show you what I mean.
Oh, another super chat. Reptile Gyms again. Beautiful girl. I'm a friend of Scott Bolter, and I have his big normal female in my house now. He said you helped him. You helped him measure her.
Yeah. Let me show you the difference it makes. For all the people that say it doesn't make a difference, this is also a female, 75% SUPERDWARF. This is with her first clutch. She's with her second clutch. So this one is a tiny bit older. But look at the difference here. I mean, this girl is Maybe 7 feet. I don't know.
Wait, this one has eggs?
This one's full of eggs too. See that lump in her belly?
Yeah.
So this snake here, tiny girl, 75% Superdwarf. This one here, 75% Superdwarf.
What's the age difference?
This one came just maybe a year apart.
Really?
Yeah, this is her first clutch. This is her second clutch.
Crazy.
But the difference is this one here came from breeding a pure Superdwarf female to a mainland morph. They took a male, they bred it back to a pure Superdwarf female again to get 75%.
So mom's side, this is mom's side Superdwarf influence. This is
Superdwarf,
dad's side Superdwarf.
Two generations of mom's side Superdwarf influence. This is 2 generations of dad's side Superdwarf influence.
Difference.
But some people are like, there's no evidence to suggest it. It's like, you haven't been to our place. We've been doing it all for kind of
People were asking. People have been asking in the chat when they can come visit.
You can come visit.
Garrett says you can come visit.
Thanksgiving.
Yep. If you do come visit though, there's a slight chance you may get put to work.
Oh, you'll get put to work for sure.
He says definitely. There's 100% chance you'll get put to work. What's up, Summer? I'm liking the new facility a lot. It's nice to have like my own desk. Like this whole area that we set up in right now is actually my desk that we just rearranged for the live stream. So that's pretty cool to be able to have that much space. Not being on top of each other is nice. Having a wall in between Garrett and I is nice sometimes. It's just nice. Lots of space. What is up, Flexing Pythons? It is crazy to see the size difference in live. It's crazy to see it in person too. Yeah. Somebody, okay, Zach Archer super chat asked, is 385 good to go? She's the other one I was looking at.
385?
Yep.
Alright, you better dance for him.
Alright.
While I find it.
Woo, super chat.
Oh yeah, she's hot.
Dorfanery Super Tiger. Ooh.
No. 385 you said, right?
21 through 385. Dorfanery Super Tiger is what no, regular tiger.
Yeah, regular tiger. Anery tiger, this one's got tons of black. Close your eyes so your autofocus doesn't get it. This one, she's got like really super thick black borders. Very nice dark Anery tiger.
Oh.
Look at that crazy white belly. She's pretty hot. So
Is it focusing on it?
it's good times. What's holding you back? Garrett, what do you think is holding you back? I don't know. Can you super chat dance for Mr. and Mrs.?
Sure. Oh my gosh. I just smacked myself on your chair. Woo. Shenanigans live, guys. This is what you get. This is why you should tune into it live so you can see us.
I think there's a lot of things that would hold people back from getting a Superdwarf. I mean, hopefully they realize it's still a big snake. Even that 7-footer I brought out that's small, but it still requires like at least a 4 or 5 foot enclosure, you know, if you're going to keep it long term. So hopefully there's the responsibility side of it. But I think more than anything is just either people misrepresenting animals or not understanding their bloodlines. Like I said, both those 2 females I had out earlier were both 75% Superdwarfs, which is really high percentage.
Yeah.
One of them is basically
Massively
the size of a pure
expressions.
Superdwarf. The other one
It's
is
like a small mainland.
closer to a mainland size, yeah. So
And that's her max size on the big girl.
well, they're both. I mean, they'll grow like a little bit more,
Not
throw
significantly.
but
where you're
both
going.
of them are basically grown up now.
And that's why you always say it's more about bloodline and females
And knowing your bloodlines and actually being selective, not
reputable
just playing the
breeder.
number thing.
reputable breeders.
So if you don't want, if you
Dance
want to
for
buy
us,
a
Thomas.
snake,
All right, Louie.
if you,
All right, Louie.
there you go, Louis. You might have
that's
to.
a dance for me.
You might have to text in 412-925-1933. You can put it in the chat.
Guess you or your
You might
kids
have to
dancing.
dance. No, I think Louis is good for a dance.
You think so?
Yeah, I think he can handle it on his own without going to the kids.
Probably.
But yeah, I think that's what holds people back. They want to make sure they get an animal that's the right size. And it's a really exciting time in Superdwarfs because we can now predictably give you a small one, but not every bloodline of every kind is there yet. So just finding a reputable breeder and stuff like that. You know, I think maybe for some people
That's
it's
all he gets for
price.
$2. Listen, Jeffrey.
I think they're at a great price for people that want to buy and possibly breed their pet someday. But if you're just buying for a pet only, I mean,
Dan Scared Super Chat. Hurt Panel Forums.
What's up?
Oh man, is that what you did at the high school dances? Was this just you in the corner?
There you go.
Getting all the
What do I say to critics that argue the label Superdwarf misrepresents potential size? I mean, you have to understand what Superdwarf means. It's a made-up word. So the people that made it up kind of invented the definition. So if you're
I
saying...
think you would almost be one of those critics that say the Superdwarf can misrepresent it.
I mean, the word is not perfect or whatever, but if that's just based on like your own ignorant assumptions, I guess. If you just believe that anything labeled as Superdwarf is going to stay 6 to 8 feet, for example, which would be the size of like a pure smallest island one, then you haven't done your homework. And so when you see something like that, and that animal would be correctly labeled as Superdwarf, even though she's big, 13 plus feet, she is legitimately a super dwarf animal. So, but that's why we have like size approximations online and stuff like that. We're trying to get you guys to understand, like, okay, this is a pretty bigger bloodline, this is a smaller bloodline. We tend to be fairly conservative on those, or give a little bit wider range to account for. I mean, most of our genetics we have locked down pretty good, because by the time you're bringing in recessives and stuff, you've worked with that same bloodline for generations. But also, you know, some people are gonna barely ever feed. Some people are gonna feed way too much. You know. And so you want to give
Better to be surprised that your snake is smaller than you.
I would rather prepare them for the worst case scenario on either extreme, so that they understand.
Justin says Garrett is Yoda in this area. Except he doesn't reverse his nouns.
There you go.
Yes, and Warcat.
What's holding me back is them releasing my morph, Christina Hill says. Christina, you want to see a Krispy Kreme just to tease you? Because I have one here and you can't have it. I'll show you.
Man.
It's so good. You should come visit.
Man.
We have like 30 of them here right now.
Oh, right. But yeah, because we're not selling any of them. They're all holdbacks at this point. That's what happens when you're in cutting edge technology. What's up, Phil Thompson? All right, Garrett. Last snake to show us before we better start answering some questions for people.
Krispy Kreme. This boy he's been breeding last night. But check that guy out. See that pattern? That pattern is the Krispy Kreme. That's what it is. That cool donut-y unbroken chain. Not to mention he's Anery Sunfire, and that's just like the coolest color combo already. But he looks super bronzy on your video. This guy's like green in real life. They're pretty cool.
Dang. Hey, we got Seth Westmoreland in the chat, the winner of the swag box.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
Right.
Just know, Seth, we are working on putting that together for you.
Behind you, Thomas.
Is it? Oh, that?
Yeah.
Actually, it texted me and said there's a couple logistic things to work through, but we're in the process of assembling it.
I think this is mostly your stuff, Seth. Thank you for winning.
Man.
That's from our Reach, the vlog channel.
There's even more in there.
That's
than
our
I was
other channel.
expecting.
Well,
You're in for a
apparently
treat.
Seth has
Well,
even more kids than I do, so if we're going to give
Yeah.
something for everybody in the
Better
family
start
there, we
working
had to
on-
throw a few extras
Better
in
start
there.
working on getting another kid out
Yeah.
there.
But you
Not
guys
that
will have to
it's a
check it out.
competition.
Are you going to put the link for the other channel in our
Oh, I
description?
need to just do that standard.
Just
I always
throw it in the
forget
chat
to.
right here real quick. But
Eric Blake,
Yeah.
Dance Monkey.
What's up, Eric? Eric says he's got 3 snakes from us.
You could win too. When we get to 10,000, have we announced that? Yeah, we did in the video. 10,000 subscriber giveaway is
Yeah, we might have to do a giveaway before 10,000. That's
probably. But what is
Unless
the
we're-
10,000? What is the
unless we're
10,000 giveaway?
exploding.
Second super chat.
I said on our vlog channel on the Reach. So all of you guys that are watching, you always jump on. You're very supportive on these lives. Of course,
let me get
everybody
the
hits
link
the
to
like
that.
button. But if you go to the Reach, that's our new vlog channel. That's a whole lot more fun and more behind the
Whoa,
scenes.
we were getting overloaded with super chat.
And if we get to 10,000, I said I'll fly somebody out here and buy them lunch.
Listen, Jeffrey, it's not that easy to break the
Exactly.
live
What's up?
stream. It's not that much under my control. I wish it was so I could actually take responsibility for it.
Yeah. All right, let me see. He wants to know how big that girl will get.
Which one?
Plus 28, the Henry Tiger. 385.
386.
Let me pull someone out. I'll see if I can show you.
Garrett, what's your criteria for co-breeding with someone else?
What is it?
Yeah.
First, I have to like you.
Says first he has to like you.
Secondly, I usually only do it with like my animals or animals that I want.
He says, yeah. And secondly, second requirement is that he does it with typically the animals that he's sold to people or animals that he really wants, genetically speaking. No worries, Jeffrey. It's all good times here. All right, hold on. The reach.
I don't have any good representation of adult size on that. It'll be in between the two sizes of the others, obviously. They're pretty extreme if that's the biggest snake I have, and then one of the nice smallest females. But Zach, she's probably going to be somewhere from 9 to 11 feet on that Henry Tiger that we showed. So, if that helps you. But, yeah, cool. Criteria for co-breeding with someone else. You know, we did a video on breeder loan, and I'm like, I don't do a whole lot of breeder loans, but generally speaking, like, there's a lot of people who buy a bunch of animals from me. They have our bloodlines, which is a huge advantage right away because we have a pretty tight, like, quality control on bloodlines. If you don't know extensive information about your bloodlines, tracing them back, I'm not really interested in them. That's just, sorry. I mean, that's just kind of the thing. So if you just bought something as a SUPERDWARF from somebody, I don't really care to work with that. But if it's something like that I produce that you've now grown up and are breeding and you're like, hey, let's work together on something, I'm a lot more prone to do that because I know the history of the animal. So, I mean, there's too many people in the reptile industry that are like, only our stuff that you buy from us is good. It's a Reach Out Reptiles line, whatever. And really, they're taking animals from other people and breeding them and doing it. So we're talking about Aaron Metcalf. We talked about Andrew Acevedo already on this stream. We work with people that have great bloodlines and try to work with them and stuff. But a lot of these guys, like Aaron's breeding animals that I sold to Travis, you know what I mean, from way back when or whatever. And so it goes round and round and round. Andrew's geeking.
It's a trust thing.
We did an interview. Well, it's the bloodlines too, knowing the bloodlines. You know, if you get a cool champion dog, you can follow its pedigree to know that it's good. You know, it's not that everything from a certain breeder is going to be a certain way. They have different pedigrees for different things. I wish the reptile industry were more like that. Instead, it's kind of like, it would be like, okay, I bought a ball python from Justin Kabilka. You know what I mean? He's probably the hottest thing in ball pythons right now. So that's really cool. But the truth of the matter is, if Justin got the dad from this guy and the mom from that guy, then those bloodlines would be just as good as Justin's. He just put them together, you know? And sometimes it takes a visionary like Justin to kind of pull the maximum potential out. Yeah. But the truth of the matter is, you know, if you follow the bloodlines, you can find great sources for things, you know? So anyway, I don't know. I don't do it with a lot of people. There's not too much reason for me to do it, but if it's something where like you're breeding high quality stuff that's ours and kind of your breedings can complement our own and I can benefit and you can benefit from it in a mutual way, I like doing that stuff sometimes. It's also a business partnership, so that's one half step down from a marriage. So you got to make sure you get into that with
Paul from Minnesota, aka Ochi Basin, I believe is how it's pronounced. Is cameraman's cap, is that a Reach Out Reptiles cap? If it is, I will order a couple. It is not, but
Ashley,
you're surprisingly on point with
ordered those like yesterday.
We are in the process of work. Someone else was asking if I was trying to hide the haircut to avoid the comments. I will not run from the truth.
Guys, he has had so many proposals since he got the haircut.
It was
marriage
actually
proposals that he has to now wear a hat everywhere so that he doesn't get tackled in the street.
I mean, once you get tased
basically
and kidnapped, at least
the new
once.
Leonardo DiCaprio over here.
Oh man,
So,
All right, next question.
I'm pretty sure Copycat
Next
gave us
question.
a super chat that you didn't
Yes.
dance for.
No, I danced for that one.
Oh. Wait, and we never answer Chris's.
So that's what I'm saying, man. We're getting overloaded. You skipped Chris. You were the one that skipped Chris.
I'll go
you
get Chris. I usually skip Chris.
Chris asked, "Can you show some of the Posset Pie holdbacks?" Woo, super chat. Thanks, Chris. Way late after. And then Anwar Knapp, we will answer your question in just a second. You guys are just going nuts with the donuts. Appreciate it.
Sometimes the snakes that don't look like much are the foundation for the future. So this is a high percentage Superdwarf tiger. He's technically Posset pied, but oh my gosh, if this isn't pied, I'll eat Thomas's new hat.
Please don't eat my hat.
This is going to be a het pied. You can tell because the pattern's pulled way up at the top. It's got that really funky tail pattern. The tigers make the het pieds really easy to see. And they also make high white pieds, so we kind of ran tiger into all of our good Superdwarf breedings. But this is one of the 62.5 percenters.
Lower?
Yep.
You can see it on the lower screen.
Okay, there you go. So, yeah, there you go, Chris. Sucker's a good looker. In fact, the father of these was produced and a het pied, and I never saw the het pied side of it. I only saw the Superdwarf side of it. So I was always like slightly nervous. I believe that he was a het pied, but because I didn't produce him myself, I was nervous. So once I bred him to a real high percentage tiny female over here, and stuff like this popped out, I was like, oh yeah, now it's on. Because, to me, even though this isn't a visual pied, this is very, very clearly
the focus box
a het pied animal.
Is right there. Or no, right here. Right where I'm sitting. Yes.
So I'll just cover your face?
Yes.
So you try to put your own face in focus on these shows?
No, but I know I'm going to be
very
sitting here longer.
narcissistic co-host.
You're getting up and down a lot more than I am. Plus, I am narcissistic.
Anyway,
you did
yeah, they're looking good. Small stuff. Nice.
Aurora Tigers are dope. I agree.
What was the other one that we missed?
The other one, all right. Anwar Knapp said, just curious on how the buying process goes and the matching process. Do we contact you with the relative size and pattern and then work off of there?
Yes, exactly. So just send us an email if you want to buy something. You can send us a message on Instagram or whatever if you want. But email info@reachoutreptiles.com. We get a ton of inquiries, and we try to answer for everybody. And it is more of a lengthy process, but I think it ends up with the animals going to better homes in the end. So send us an email. You'll probably get a hold of Kim if you send one now, and she can kind of go over with you what you're looking for. So just give us an idea. The thing about the dwarf and superdwarf thing is
another super chat.
You get anything from those tiny little bull snake or ball python size animals all the way up to the largest snake on earth. So the biggest thing is making sure that it's going to be the right size animal. Then we want to make sure we're in your price range, and then that we're accomplishing any goals that you have. We'll give you all the options that work for you. But like, to me, it seems silly if someone's like, well, I have a strict ceiling of $1,000. Let's say I'm not going to spend more than $1,000. I don't need to send you 50 available options that are over $1,000. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Or if you're like, look, I can't manage a snake over 9 or 10 feet, a little bigger than a ball python. Why would I bother to send you 40 animals that are all going to possibly be, 12, 13 feet like the sun tiger girl or whatever? So I don't even want to tempt you with a good-looking animal at the right price that's really exciting for you right now, only to get a call 3 months from now saying, I've just been thinking about it and I'm worried now maybe that purchase was impulsive.
There's you get to a point where
or worse, not get a call and it gets dumped somewhere.
You get to a point where, at that price point or that specialized as a snake, you want to filter out. It's all about filtering the needs.
Yeah. Zach, can they get sent this week? No. Shipping as of literally 6 hours ago or something like that is now closed for the holiday season. If you go on shipyourreptiles.com, they're like, do not ship, because with COVID and driver shortages plus an increase in holiday packages this
Black
time
Friday
of year
coming up too.
Yeah, this time of year, as soon as you start getting close to Black Friday and people are opening those Black Friday sales earlier and earlier, that causes delays during cold weather. when heat packs run out, and that's a death sentence for snakes. So we will certainly sell you the snake that you are ready for. I'm happy to send you a picture of her or whatever, stuff like that, and whatever you need. But we would prefer to keep the animal here where it's safe to ship until after the new year. The exception would be we do have this big cool new facility. So if you want to buy it, and if you're somewhere in the region or whatever, yeah, if you want to drive up and come pick your animal up in person and drive it home, I don't have to worry about a FedEx truck driver taking care of it because I know that you will, because we've already had those conversations.
Yeah.
So that's always an option. But we do like a no shipping hiatus. We do have some people that, for whatever reason, need to ship during this time, and they'll contact like private reptile couriers.
Oh, yeah.
It usually is like a week before you get your animal because they collect a bunch of animals from a bunch of people and then they run and they make drives. But these are reptile people that are watering them and keeping them temperatures, controlled vehicles and stuff like that, making sure they get there. So, yeah.
Plus, you get to see our facility. Well, I'm referring to this actually, not the courier. But if you do come pick us up or pick up your snake here, you get to see everything here.
Anwar says, how far are we from 10 to 14 foot golden childs? I passed that spot a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
We have golden childs now that are like in the 6 to 8 foot range as adults. So, fairly easily. The trick is like the smaller and 10 to 14 foot golden childs, they're very affordable if they're golden child alone. We have some stuff. Let me see what I've got.
Did you look at the Anery Tiger 386?
I thought we pulled it out.
Oh, did we?
Isn't that the one he asked about?
On the super chat.
That was 385.
Yes.
386 is okay. She's lighter. Less black.
Are you pulling out a platinum Anery Motley Tiger, or are you pulling out a golden child?
That's 386 Anery Tiger. She's much brighter and lighter. She's not as black, not as thick black, but if you like the bright animals, that's the one to get. 210386. What were you saying? A platy what, huh?
Copycat asked if they could see a platinum Anery Motley Tiger if you have one.
Man, you were saying you wanted to bring the camera in here this time.
I know. I was thinking about that. I was like that close to bringing the camera in the snake room.
We should Skype in from a phone in this room.
Stop.
So we can show everybody.
And so we can break the live stream. You would love to see that.
Platy what, huh?
Platy, Anery, Motley Tiger. 2 super... Oh my gosh. Okay, first super chat. Woo! Dance for the second super chat. Woo! Garrett says he doesn't think he has a platinum Anery Motley Tiger. Natalia Prado says, hi ROR, is the Bantang male at the new facility. Can we see him? Oh my gosh. Everyone wants to see snakes.
The Bantang male will be at the new facility tomorrow. Rob's actually bringing him up here. He was at Rob's house doing secret things. So
with Rob, that could be anything.
That could be anything. So no, you can't see him. But next week you can, if you ask me again. So we're getting all the cages set up over here. We actually have a few of our animals over at Rob's facility.
Oh, really?
So,
facility?
Yeah. Zach says he has to come down this winter. You should. It'd be fun. Do it.
Thomas is losing so many calories dancing this week. Yeah.
That's good.
I don't
just
have
talking
a lot.
About that.
I don't have a lot extra to lose.
Platy, Motley, Anery, Tiger.
Just install a secondary camera in the snake room, Thomas. Well, I wish it was that simple.
Extra cameras. You're gonna have to super chat like $7,000 for us.
Yep.
So we can get that extra.
Actually, it'd be a little closer to $2,300, but numbers are numbers, right?
There you go. All we need is a $2,300 super chat.
Yep. If we get 10 people to donate $230, we will be there before you even know it.
I got a bunch of Motley GC Tigers, but they're a little more expensive. Motley Golden. Let's see.
Zach Archer says may have to make a visit down this winter. You might have to.
I already told him to.
Oh, did you?
Anery Golden Child Tiger male. How much is
It's
that?
been a long day of things that Garrett say go in my right ear and out my left ear. All right. Any purples or labs from this year available?
Yeah, we got a couple. All right, here. I gotta look up the price on this. I don't have my phone. This is an Anery Golden Child Tiger for the people asking about smaller golden childs. This is gonna be like an 8 or 9 foot. You can hold it. I'm gonna get my phone.
All right.
I gotta remember how much they are. I think he's $1,500 bucks. So he's not the least expensive,
Oh, what a beauty.
He's got a couple extra genes than what you were asking on. And honestly, the Annery Golden Child stuff is hot. It's my favorite. We have Motley GCs right now, too. Everybody wants to see the snakes tonight.
I know.
Is it like Christmas shopping time
I think it's just momentum.
It's because we said, hey, we're not going to ship anymore. Everyone's like, that's the time to buy my snake.
This GC looks great.
Yeah, he's $1,500. And for $2,000, you can get Annery Motley Annery Golden Child Super Tiger. Those are cool too. I got a couple of those.
Midnight Musing says, wow, it's a lot cheaper than I thought he would be. See, not all of Garrett's snakes are crazy expensive.
This one's pretty cool. So $2,000 will get you a Motley Golden Child. We have a couple in stock that are like Motley Golden Childs, but this is Annery Golden Child Super Tiger, and I really doubt you'll be able to see it in this video, but this guy has almost blue eyes. Look at his eyes.
Damn, that's crazy.
They're like, I would say they're silver, but they're like just a light blue color.
They're like,
so that's Annery GC Tiger, Annery GC Super Tiger. Pretty cool. He's got all kinds of funky, looks like a killer whale or something. So these are nice. But we have quite a few Golden Childs, and both of these boys will be under 10 feet. If you get females from the clutch, they cost more. Availability is probably less, but they're going to be your
Super
10
chat.
14 feet.
Dan Tan.
Woohoo!
See, I don't actually burn that many calories spinning in a chair. It's just a lot of ankle movement. Dan Tan asked, if your line continued for 1,000 years, what would you expect to see? Behavioral, physical intelligence, etc.
Yeah, that's an
They
interesting question.
probably would
1,000 years.
evolve into an independent government and functioning society. At that point, 1,000 years is a long time.
There's not a lot of animals that have been domesticated that long, but I think probably the...
Dogs?
Well, yeah, I said there's not a lot, but probably the closest thing to that kind of longevity that's closest to a snake would be like a fish, like koi. So koi have gone a long time. Personality
Have
totally
they been
changed.
widely, like, they've been, I would assume they were
Thousands of years in
like,
China and Japan,
that makes
very
sense.
specifically bred for perfection.
Not across like a multitude of different
Yeah.
countries. Or...
No, you know what? I really love what the goat line, that Sulawesi Superdwarf, is doing for head structure. So I'm not just a size, color, pattern guy. I really like things like, oh, look at the blue in this one's eyes. Or
it's the details.
that solid head stripe that Tara Byron was talking about. So I would have like chubby cheeks, tiny little noses. Kind of if you look at like crested geckos. If you look at a wild crested gecko, they're like, eh. You look at a captive one, they're like short face, wide, big, dumpy, extra large crests. So yeah, I think the Superdwarfs, it would just be big eyes, short noses, round cheeks, everything cute and inquisitive. And then the size of that phantom female that I pulled out,
Yeah.
the 75% of it was gravid. That's
They're
the
both
perfect
75%
size.
gravid.
Yeah, the smaller one
Okay.
though. But that's the perfect size. Maybe even a foot longer than that. But like floating around that size is an awesome pet retic to have. So, and then I would just kind of perfect, like there's a lot of morphs that are cool, and then some of them are like,
They would also sell people
that didn't
in
turn
bags.
out too good.
The snakes would be selling
Yeah,
people in bags.
right.
They'd be
That's Home
breeding for
Depot
genetics.
1,000 years from now.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
If you've ever seen The Matrix,
You would have to watch the vlog channel if you guys know what that is. But yeah, we'd appreciate some more subs on there. We have to get to 1,000 subs, which I don't think we're there yet, to unlock some of the features.
Maybe. We're not there yet for sure, but I don't know all of the features and
I
stuff.
don't think we're there yet.
You
So
may see us go live
if you
there
haven't subbed, that'd be
eventually.
great.
The closer.
Am I getting more hoodies in before the holidays?
We're working on.
Ashley's ordering those too. It's the same thing like everything, guys. Like in a certain part of the country can't get pickles right now. Like basically all the products that we print our swag on are like unavailable.
Issues.
And so what we've been doing is we have to like reinvent the stuff. But I'm not the type to be like, oh, here's a sweater and it's cheap and we can put our logo on it. Let's buy those. I like to get samples. You know what I mean?
That's good.
Yeah. No,
I was just thinking of your slogan: cheap, easy, simple.
cheap, easy, simple.
But not with your guys' merch or the snakes.
No, I mean the thing. Well, so like these shirts right here, I worked really hard to get a shirt that I really
so hard
like.
to get more merch. Ashley's doing a great job.
So
She's the real brains behind the operation.
Yeah, she's right too. The chocolate brown color, like you would think that would be an easy one to have, but there's a lot of products that
poop color
don't
is
have
a tough color to find this time of year.
Yeah.
Especially
thanks,
during
Natalia.
pandemic.
Yeah, the podcast is fun with Cusco. So, but yeah, Jeff,
we are 43 minutes in. We haven't answered a single question off of my document.
Well, you better hurry up.
I guess, man.
Christina wants to know, Ashley, how is it having her home back? That was pretty fun. If you watch the moving episode, I love the part where Ashley's like
just dancing, very excited.
She like brings the music, yeah.
Yup.
Get a little super chat dance.
Toilet paper would sell.
There you go. There you go.
It's gonna make an inappropriate joke. We're live streaming.
Yeah. Well, you know, the chocolate brown toilet paper is hard to find unused.
Yep. That's true. Well, it would blend in. You wouldn't be able to tell like what the
if it was used
cleanliness. No, you wouldn't get like anyway.
SoCal Herps. Matt can't even get a call. Matt, did you listen to the Searchable as Reptiles podcast? Me and Brian started out talking about you right in the beginning.
Oh, is that who? Okay, I remember you were talking about someone.
Matt Bernardin. You listened to it?
I listened to the first 10 minutes of it. I was like, they're airing
I was reading
this
your
guy
text.
out.
I was reading your text on the podcast.
Oh man.
You can't get a call. No, we're way too busy for that. For example, tonight we're working till 8:30 or 9. But
you're probably gonna be working all night according to your thing. But what you were saying.
Last night I did.
You pulled 30 all-nighters. So if you listen to the podcast, you'll know that Garrett pulled 30 all-nighters in 6 months.
No.
But you may have made that number up.
No, like 30 times I had to run those bank reports. That's what I was saying.
It sounded like you said pulled 30 all-nighters, and I was going to ask you about it.
Yeah.
I was going to say, man, you got to take care of yourself.
I'm too old for that. That's why half my face falls off sometimes.
Yep.
Woo!
Super chat, Hannah Lily. You guys are going nuts tonight. Thank you so much.
She got her picture. That was clutch 37. I forget how many clutches we're up to. Closing in on 40 clutches again this year, which is great. But there's some nice high percent. There's 75%ers, and they will be small.
Someone has asked this 3 times actually. Copycat really wants the snake accessory merch, like little hats for snakes.
Oh my gosh, that would be controversial. I think I would be.
Say.
We have a decent. The interesting thing about us is that we kind of have one foot in on either side of the line. Where, like, with the general public and the social media stuff, people are like, oh, yeah, Reach Reptiles, they're pretty good. Like, I respect that. And then on the scientific side, people are still like, oh, yeah, like, they know enough about what they're doing. I respect that. I'll work with them. But if I start selling snake hats for danger noodles, I will lose all of my academia friends.
We could have,
just too silly.
We could have Aiden do that.
Yeah?
Not that, yeah, Aiden would probably do it in a very ethical...
You mean you want this business to start with Aiden, giving Aiden his business one? So
yeah, it needs great experience.
There you go. See, her panel forums with a very official sounding name says no snake hats, please.
Oh, I also said your friendship is on the rocks.
Told ya.
Or no, SoCal Herb said that.
Told ya. It's on the rocks. Yeah, I prefer them neat. Matt, neat.
All right. Christina Hill also said, "Are we
Boop
how close?
we're
closer than we were before to that snake room camera."
Yeah, we're getting there. We're inching our way up there. Give me a question. What are the questions that the people want to know? Did you guys know that we're gonna drop a community post on this channel after this? So if you have any questions throughout the week, you can go back to that and drop it, and we'll talk about it.
And we'll have another post that's typically put up on Monday, or if we're crazy busy, it'll go up on Wednesday at about 12:50 in the afternoon. That you can drop questions on. So there's always a spot where you can drop questions on where we will look at them. But we're gonna get to a couple of those now.
Any high percentage Superdwarf female white albinos or golden childs still available? No white albinos. All sold out for the year. Golden childs, yes. We have aneries. But I don't know if you really want a high percentage one. So, like, we were just looking at those Anery GC Tigers, those males for $1,500.
That was hot. I believe that was the same person.
I know, I see it, Zach. But so, like, this new clutch and the one that Hannah Lily was just super chatting about, she got a male from that clutch. So I have some Anery Golden Childs that are 100% het albino, fresh babies.
Ooh.
But they're expensive. Let me figure out how much that was. I think I put it down here. I'll show you one. The high percentage stuff like that is, I mean, the thing is, they constantly are flying out the door. So, that's not that expensive. 100% het purple. They're $3,000 for boys. Females are more.
We should have a Garrett. We should have a counter for how many times Garrett gets up during one live stream.
I gotta get my exercise.
Yep, that is true. Still curious on the purples or labs from this year. I believe you said no, but I think I was talking over him.
I've got some.
You do have some?
Yep, we got some from different clutches.
All right. Well, we got a couple minutes before we have to go into the naming snake segment.
I got a purple head annery.
You plan on
Look
going
at
with the
this.
camera guy back to Asia at any
Annery, golden child, het purple, tiny little nugget. Just hatched, 1 meal in, $3,000, pretty epic male. He's 100% het albino, het purple albino. So that makes golden child snows. Cute little dude.
Ooh.
Isn't he cute?
Very cute.
Look how tiny.
I like the little...
If you guys are on our Patreon, you'll see... Did you guys know this, by the way? If you join our Patreon, I believe it's at any level. We do Dwarf of the Day for our Instagram account. Every single day we put up a new picture. A lot of these new snakes are going up there right now. But at the beginning of every week, we do little interviews with the staff about what they think about those animals, and they go into depth on the breeding, the bloodline, and they show them off in video.
Depending on who's answering. If it's me, I just say, oh man, this looks like this color, and I kind of think I know what's going on. But if you get Garrett, you get the very intelligent, informed, educational response. But it's fun regardless. We like to mix it up.
Honestly, guys, if you want a cheap equivalent of, you know what I mean, Dwarf and Superdwarf 101, our Patreon channel, those Dwarf of the Day videos. I mean, we probably put almost every video, every snake that we produce on Dwarf of the Day at some point, which means we have little videos talking about the intricate genetics of every one. So that's a huge place to learn. And they're bite-sized pieces, usually like 2 minutes or something about each one. So pretty cool. So, yeah. But
it says no, we don't get those videos at any level. I think you have to pay more. Paywall. You have a paywall.
I think so. Maybe.
I don't know. I don't think either of us know that much about the Patreon, to be honest.
Well, I know all my perks. I just don't know who gets what.
Yeah.
I think you get it. If not, then maybe that's one of the changes we're talking about.
Yeah.
Pretty soon it's going to be
keeper level.
every level.
Gina Rock says it's keeper level and up for Dwarf of the Day.
Well, it's worth it. Do it. Keeper level or up. I think Ashley said she was going to open that up to every level, though.
Yeah, just tease them and then break their hearts. Is that the plan?
That would be a pretty cool one. Thanks, Gina.
But if you're not on Patreon, you should be on Patreon because we put a...
This is starting to sound like a commercial. What's our next question?
Behind the scenes content. We get Dwarf of the Days.
I want to hang out with people. I want to answer questions.
All right.
Rich says what?
Where?
If you look at a snake from a certain angle.
Here, I'll read them. Let's say from stern to bow. Can you see the follicle development as kind of bumps under the skin? I will miss the live stream, but check later for the answer.
They're not. I mean, if you're getting bumps under the skin, that snake with a retic is getting close to laying. You can see it, though. In fact, we literally, if you watch on our vlog channel, I was moving one of the bigger girls, and I just kind of looked at her. I was literally taking her out of a cage and putting her in a tub, and I was like, oh man, she's starting to produce follicles, and I put her in there. And I could just tell that she had this swelling. It looks like a food lump almost, but it's a little bit more spread out and a little bit further down than where a food lump would be. That's early follicular development, and you can feel it if you palpate for it. That's something we've talked about on our upper levels of Patreon for people that are, really investing and wanting to get in breeding and stuff like that. So to a trained eye, you can see it. I was moving her from a cage to a tub, and I was like, oh, she's developing follicles. Well, that animal we've only had for 6 months.
Gotcha.
So that's enough time for me to see that. But but you have to kind of know what you're looking for to see that. So, but yes, you can see it doesn't look like bumps on his skin. It's more like a general swelling in one area. Next one. All right. Our
title of the live stream is hilarious.
Yep. Thank you.
Also, just curious about how everyone is settling into the new place. How are you settling into the new place?
Not very much.
Yeah,
you could turn the camera on my dad.
His office is like the place where we dump things that we don't know where they're supposed to go.
Pretty much. I wanted to make sure everyone else was efficient and working well and not having to stumble over each other.
Just a public
We've been
servant.
Working a lot trying to get Rob there because his setup is the most complicated since it involves hundreds of snakes.
Tweak everything. We talked about it in our Reach video if you haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, we've been moving all that stuff around. But my office, I'm still trying to wrap
You
my
don't
head
even have a
around what I
proper
want to do
desk.
in there. No, I put I screwed a pallet onto the wall and
Do you like
dropped
that desk?
part of it down.
Because you had other
I can
dreams
put
for-
stuff on it. It's fine.
Are you are you excited for your desk that you had planned, the little like oval one?
Yeah, that would be cute. I like nice stuff, but I mean, the animals are gonna get their cages first. Like,
Yeah.
I'm fine. I can sit on a folding chair in the corner. It'll be fine. I'm just happy to have the building.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
So-
Yep.
But how about you? All settled in?
I was telling.
You tell him how you want to steal my computer.
No, I didn't. I do want to steal his computer. He offered it to me. To be fair, now he's just holding out. But I was telling him I like how big
I'm
the
gonna
desk
name the
is.
computer Krispy Kreme. It's the one that
So-
you just can't have.
Is your desk gonna be
Sorry,
where you do
Christina.
live streams in the future? Probably, but we're kind of waiting to see how that back wall.
We do
in his
some of the
office turns
Patreon.
out.
We do videos like we're gonna jump on
Yeah.
with our Patreon after this.
But
Is
I
it
think-
breeder level tonight?
No, I think it's all Patreon.
I think you're wrong.
Oh, I am wrong.
I think it's breeder level Patreon.
No, I think
tonight.
about it. But as
But we
I was,
do that
I was,
from
I
my
was
office.
gonna say, the back wall that we're gonna try and make look really nice and pretty for videos. It's kind of like we're waiting on that.
We have a
And his
cute
office to get
little.
set up.
It's like a drive-through window, but it's more for me to yell at Thomas.
Or Rob to yell at you.
Over here.
I've seen Rob yell at you more than you've ever yelled at me for. Yeah, you can kind of see the corner of it. It's right here.
Rob is kind of yelly in general.
That's true. He yells wherever he's at.
This is my office. Oh, spider web.
Oh, gross. Yeah. I was telling the people it is nice to have a wall in between us. Just have a little extra space. Yes, you're right. Dorian,
Not for me.
Lester's
I'm always on the wall like this, like a magnet, trying to find Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
Where is he? We can't like intertwine our legs like we used to from both sides of this desk.
Alright, this is. This has reached.
Oh, there's your leg.
Get out of here. Alright, okay, go.
Oh,
You
man.
should grab 2 snakes for us to name because we're getting to that time.
Is it really
It's 6
already?
I know, man.
All right, guys. I got some good ones for you.
We've been having too much fun.
Well, they're good ones for me anyway.
Garrett doesn't look like the kind of guy that gets mad. No, not really. It takes a whole lot.
Yeah, you don't want to see.
I don't think I've ever seen him actually mad.
You wouldn't like me angry.
He's a little like the Hulk. Takes a lot to get him there, but
All right.
what's the name of the new vlog? It's called The Reach. You can find the link to it in the description
Okay, this girl.
of this video.
Ready for your names?
Yes.
Get your naming game on. So this is the part where we name our snakes that don't have names. So this girl is 100% het for albino. She's a first generation cross.
Whoa, she's not. Is this a food lump right here?
Yeah,
Okay.
she just ate. So cute little girl. She's got a lot of like, she has SUPERDWARF pattern, but like mainland head, mainland thick body. So she's an interesting combination. She's the only one from this bloodline that I have. So she's just a wild type het albino, and it's just to bring in some good genetic diversity. I loved her chunkiness, you know, so kind of like we were talking about going for head shape and all that sort of stuff. Hopefully bring in some good genetic diversity in the
So
future.
if you're new here, which
Just-
I'm assuming most people know what's
just
going on,
throw out a name.
throw out a name and I'll
He'll read 'em
randomly
off.
read them off. All right.
I'll pick one that I like based on randomness.
Yep. So the sooner you get it in there,
And
the
then if
higher
you
the
email us,
odds.
info@reachoutreptiles.com, say, hey, I named so-and-so, then we'll send you back a picture
Yep.
with the snake and your name. And if you drop in there, like if you have Instagram or Facebook or
We'll
something,
put you on our story.
we'll throw one up there for you.
Yep. All
So,
right. We're
what
getting
should
a
we
lot of
name her?
names in. Oh, man.
Ready?
All
I
right.
saw some names
Quicksand,
rolling out.
Constance, Alice, Arrow, Vanessa, Betty Boop, unanswered texts, Sabrina, Martha, Sahara, Oreo, Annabelle, Normie Jean, Phenom, Arden, Sasha, Koifish, Cameron Diaz, Madison, Jade, Evan Hoops, Zelda, Rasputia, Darla, Jackie, Gertrude, Narcissa, Connie, Trent, Maud, Patricia, Jelly, Ukura.
Let's do Connie. I like Connie.
Connie.
I don't know why, but that's the one.
Connie just strikes a chord with you.
Connie for tonight.
Connie, it was Dan Tan.
That's
Congratulations, Dan
Shoot us an
Tan.
email, Dan. You named one of the snakes.
Yep.
You named Connie forever.
Congratulations.
All right, I got another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119 In you go.
So Stacy says we already have a Connie.
Do we?
I don't know.
Oh no. I don't think so. I like Connies. Did Stacy name a Connie?
Maybe.
I don't see a Connie.
We'll just keep it. And if if you find a second Connie, you can just change the spelling.
I'll just change the C to a G and it'll be Gonnie.
Connie. Yep. Sweet.
Alright, that's Connie.
Alright, what's your next one?
Alright. You guys might recognize this girl if you watch our morph spotlights. This is a 50% Jampea. Look at the amazing yellow head she has. Pink eyes, yellow head. She's a parthenogenic animal. So that means her mom reproduced without the male's input from the DNA. So she has no dad.
Crazy.
She's kind of a girl power snake. Mm-hmm. Gorgeous, thick, chunky yellow head.
Dang.
I love that. Look at those. They're pink eyes. They're like Pepto-Bismol pink.
It's very...
super weird.
Very albino-y.
I love that. So if you guys want to see more of this girl, especially like with some crispy up-close footage, go watch the Clark Strain albino video that we did. I have her in there. I love this girl.
We're getting some names in already.
All right, let's hear it.
Lonnie, Woodley, Blondie, Maisie, Hendrix, Buttercream, Popcorn, Delphina, Athena. We already have an Athena. Wow, I lost it. Borgdorf, Luminara, Nala, 7-Up, Meringue, Highlighter, Limoncello, Woodford, Kat Von, Damn I'm Fine, Beans, Bianca, Janice.
I like
Sprite.
Buttercream. We have a Janice too. Buttercream.
Hold on.
Buttercream.
Where was Buttercream at? Eric Veach. Congratulations, Eric. You won the name game. Thanks for participating, guys. Do you have any last words for the people before you sign off? We are doing breeder tier tonight, so if you're on the breeder tier, get ready for that.
Hey, I hope you guys have fun. It's amazing how much faster and faster these hours seem to fly by.
Extra questions for next week.
Good, cool. Yeah, throw the questions up for next week.
There'll be a post coming in just a couple minutes.
If you guys are watching and you enjoy us doing that stuff, hit that like button.
Whoops.
That lets
give us feedback in the comments.
Like it.
And whoever disliked this video, thank you for your honest feedback. Unless it was my little sister who likes to occasionally dislike Reach Our Reptiles videos to see if I notice.
Yep. It was the girl who fell in love with you and you took your hat off. Now she can't go through life normally.
That sounds like a great
without thinking about
way to
you
end
on the other side of the wall.
Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We will see you guys next week, Wednesday at 6 o'clock, unless I break the stream again.
Hey, we'll see you guys on Patreon. You're doing better, buddy. You're doing better.
He hit me with that buddy. All right. It's because you sent us